This game is part of the travel schedule for Minnesota.
Yeah, and they just... Look sort of lost out there lately. You know, they're not playing with a whole lot of purpose or drive, and you just can't wait for good things to happen. You've got to make them happen.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
The athletic Brown with a big-time slam. You got to defend him better than this.
Minnesota.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
So Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Personal foul.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hits or elbows, or they'll call it. Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Down low. Here's Gobert. Nice D from Porzingis.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony Edwards.
And you watch Jason Tatum.
First
Year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Back to White. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Conley.
Michael Conley picks one up.
It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
Minnesota.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Pass to Brown. To the middle. Lets it go. White, good. White's got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And you see, Mr. Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there. If he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, then he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
On to White. Lets it go from deep. Throws it from outside. He's got 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
In the first.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here is Edwards. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Can they get it? Tries again. Randall outside. And here's Edwards. Scoreless thus far. And Julius Randle with the 3.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Pritchard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Randall down low. Horford with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Up in time. The first quarter concludes with a double-digit lead on the scoreboard.
The Celtics 21. The Timberwolves.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Boy, it has been some kind of game for White. He's been aggressive and fearless and free in attacking all game long.
Reed misses. Boston leading by 19. And Porzingis, here we go.
Once Porzingis gets some momentum, just get out of the way.
Celtics foul.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Second personal foul.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
I guess
guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
White, left side. Back to Tatum. Over Randall. Reed with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Assisted by
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
That'll be his third foul so far.
personal foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed. In the paint.
Now here's Edwards. Averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Pass to Conley. No one near Randall as he lets it go.
Julius
Carries
Randle.
it from three-point range. Randall's got 6.
And helping the team space the floor there. Randall with so much more confidence now from the outside.
Porzingis. Inside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
From Drew Holiday.
And it's 6 points for Porzingis. Has to Gobert.
2 minutes remaining in the
Timberwolves
first
passing it
half.
around.
2 minutes.
Shoots to the wing right side. Outside Tatum. He locks up the alley-oop pass. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Edwards. And no good. Some solid defense from Brown.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
Jaden.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Personal foul.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play two bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship. And I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
Second team foul.
Another foul. Give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Wall.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
And finished off by Craig.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Randall. His last outing, he had 24 points. To the paint. Stolen away. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And so it's the Boston Celtics